house music, young low. Mac, see you, Coke Way 2. This that Pinky, Roxy Rennie. What's up, baby? Candace Vaughn, Candy, Porno Star. She wanna be my porno star. She wanna ride that bitch and back in my wood. Try to stop us, but you won't go far. Baby, that's our shit. Show me groupie love. Dark skin, the red bone. Homie in the heavy. Like more sinister. She wanna be my porno star. My porno star. Yeah, she wanna fuck me, baby. Fuck me, baby. She wanna ride that wing. She wanna eat my dick up. Eat my dick up. Tryna find that game. Shout to my bitch, double R. Her shit flew. She love to do the spit soap, bottles of water. She dressed it, grapefruit, mixed it with grapefruit. I told her not the Grey Goose, cop the gray suit for trial now. Daddy, that shit round now. 5:30 was the chow down, not bad. Wow, once a bitch go max, she ain't going back. My pimp game so intact, I can throw it back like Stockton. Free a nigga like Conklin. Mach 10 speeds in the cockpit. I can drop it, put the top back, cop back, yeah, you street. She sent me where the cops at, got my top hat, all in pimpy mode. Gotta love me, mama she a groupie, gotta fuck me, gotta lush me. I'm loopy, coopy. He got the M6, she said she like big dick. She wanna be my porno star. She wanna ride that dick and back in my wood. Try to stop us, but you won't go far. Baby, that's our shit. Show me groupie love. Dark skin, the red bone. Homie in the heavy. A lot more sinister. She wanna be my porno star. My porno star. Yeah, she wanna fuck me, baby. Fuck me, baby. She wanna ride that wing. That wing. She wanna eat my dick up. Eat my dick up. Try to find that game. Well, ooh, baby. Come and dog the crew, baby. 2 bottles of Grand Cru with 2 legs. Brown fuck the clip, Montana take it there. She make the dick disappear, took a dip. Homie, I can waste her like a rock star. Dogging like a porn star. Bitches go both ways, the coast wave all stars. $1 million bid, we be dogging them all. Homie, everything goes for show. Shorty a professional slurp, she love the couch. A real freaky bitch, drinking cum out the condom. But we can make a move off camera. Fuck with your boy Montana. Come and fuck me, baby. Come and ride my way. Want to slurp that dick up until you hiccup. Come and fuck with the wave. She wanna be my porno star. She wanna ride that dick back in my wood. Try to stop us, but you won't go far. Baby, that's our shit. Show me groupie love. Dark skin, the red bone. Homie in the heavy. A lot more sinister. She wanna be my porno star. My porno star. Yeah, she wanna fuck me, baby. Fuck me, baby. She wanna ride that wing. That wing. She wanna eat my dick up. Eat my dick up. Try to find that game.
And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting. That's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice. That one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just
tackled at the 1. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a
talk to us about leaning on him, because as you noted last week, they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed.
Getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part.
Following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the team's first score here this afternoon. So good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the
along with that aggressiveness, he's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. The read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first.
They were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in Week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp. Now, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off. For Devontae Adams in his first season with the Las Vegas Raiders. Over the previous 2 years in Green Bay, he led the NFL in receptions and touchdowns, and he's building. The alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Then forming, landing both gloves to a low blow with no cup. Leave you speechless like when Arrested Development broke up. Carry a crowbar for egos that won't budge. Crack skulls through helmets with the penetration of a screw nailed in. Return like I was sending self-addressed postage. Throw bricks the size of the Stonehenge. Before battles, we pour blood and toast death. The wicked infant found on the sorceress doorstep. Slaughter lamb and boar's head. Every MC's cause of boredness and mind bondage. Bronchitis, lung failure, language unfamiliar. Art through a flooded airbrush. Rogue leaf craft, sentences joined with words holding hands. It's a tight squeeze from where your head will be landing in exact time flight leaves.
I must have cut it off at the pharmacist to refuse to renew my 7 prescription and Darvocet. Sorry, I'm the old man who lives upstairs and starves his pets. That never leaves his house cause he thinks his car's possessed. I hate my life, that's why I degrade my wife. Grab the paper plate to make a sandwich and just ate the knife. My mother screaming, please heal him, take him straight to Christ. Meet you in the street and slap you just to break the ice. Made a bomb threat with a fake device. Strip you naked twice, pistol whip you and force you to take advice. And if you catch me bopping my head, it's a bullshit you was spitting. I was probably just trying to shake the lights. Bugs falling out of my head. I'm wishing I was dead while I'm crawling out of my bed. Pissing violent red and my rags is determined. I feel the sensation of burning. The current usually during painful release of my urine. Screaming in my shadow, please quit following me. Pills keep screaming, please quit following me. The devil keeps screaming, please get down on one knee. Took the drugs before the cops ever found them on me.
puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle.
Early field goal to take a first quarter lead. Oh, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively, but just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And back within a point at 7-6.
Led the NFL in receptions and touchdowns, and he's building off of a 123-catch, 1,500-yard season. Now, of course, in Raiders black and surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised. Not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them. In the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by J.L. Dawg. There he goes offside. 30, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction versus that what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too. Cheer for good yardage.
Talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Going runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. Maybe the keys as we go into it, maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest. That they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there. No hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
And the Raiders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Walking into the stadium, we saw a ton of people donning. Fumbles are costly, but that one really hurts because he had the first down.
Yeah, that's all he needed, right? But the problem is we coach these guys. Since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
Guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up the first down.
No, I'm not. Threesomes with a fucking triceratops. Reptar, rapping as I'm mocking death rock stars. Wearing synthetic wigs made of anwars, dreadlocks, bedrock, harder than a motherfucking Flintstone. Making crack rocks out of pussy nigga fish bones. This nigga Jasper tryna get grown. About 5'7" of his bitches in my bedroom. Swallow the cinnamon, I'ma scribble this shit and shit while Sid is telling me that she's been getting intimate with men. Sid, shut the fuck up. Here's the number to my therapist. You tell him all your problems. He's fucking awesome with listening. I told him to quit bitching, it says in the fucking hotline. For a fucking shrink, sheesh, I already got mine, and he's not fucking working. I think I'm wasting my damn time. I'm clocking 6 and going postal. This the revenge of the dicks. That's 9 cocks that cop 9. This ain't no V-Tech shit or Columbine, but after bowling, I went home for some damn adventure time. I slipped myself some pink zannies and danced around the house and all over print panties. My mom's gone, that fucking broad will never understand me. I'm not gay, I just wanna boogie to some Marvin. Fuck her, Wolf Haley robbing him. I'll crash that fucking airplane at that faggot nigga box and then stab Bruno Mars in his goddamn esophagus and won't stop until the cops come in. I'm an overachiever, so how about I start a team of leaders and pick up Stevie Wonder to be the wide receiver. Green paper, gold teeth, and pregnant gold retrievers. All I want, fuck money, diamonds, and bitches don't need them. But what a fat one's at? I got something to feed them. It's some cooking books. The black kids never wanted to read them. Snapback, green, chia fucking leaves. It's been a couple months and Tina still ain't perma fucking weave. Damn.
If they can somehow get this one back. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Fourth quarter, and the Raiders are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Yeah, can't ask for a better first quarter. To throw is Wilson. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is... Now it's Wilson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Of the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time. Necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Drive will continue.
A first down for Devontae Adams in his first season with the Las Vegas Raiders. Over the previous 2 years in Green Bay, he led the NFL. It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because you go through your offensive script, you go through your protocol, you go through all the stuff.
Just like gold,
looks like
why don't you hear me cry?
Base being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage. In fact, that's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Oh, tell me, baby, what's done?
Good plays made on
Out
defense.
of here.
Oftentimes,
Why don't
leverage
you
is
hear
the
me
key to
cry?
everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot. And on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
Lab didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
Oh, tell
Drive
me,
alive.
baby,
And that's a big pickup of a first
why
down.
did
And
you
you know that all
stay
both
last
sides of the ball,
Why
offense and
don't
defense,
you hear me
every
cry?
situation, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles.
As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Oh, stop your train. Let
On
up.
the year.
Go burn.
Raiders will extend their
Why don't you
lead
hear
in
me
the final
cry?
minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime.
And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
Let's be honest about it. Empty possession here. Not what you're looking for when you're down a couple scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half on
Never
the right
seen
foot. Unfortunately, they
you
give the ball
no
up.
more. Why don't you hear me cry?
Talked about at halftime, whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that they're very big trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speed. And wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Oh, who been here, baby, since I've
As the
been
ball
gone?
escaped his hands. Fortunately for
Little
him,
bitty
able to get
boy.
picked up by his team. Fumble recovery. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Making a field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. Really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. His reputation as a speedy runner precedes him. It's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball for that front seven reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game. Taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter.
The way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, it's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome? Saw something that they thought they could take advantage of. The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks.
It's 700 career NFL catches. Raiders are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, that's a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against.
Weapons everywhere. They want to spread it to different people. Which absolutely know. Give this man coming to this game with the idea. Slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
The Raiders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. I'll let you do the...
But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain down the field.
Touchdown! Devontae Adams.
Of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
This throw taken in there by Cooks. No gain on the play. And it's second down.
That's a defense you want bounce when it's over. Keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you.
Charles, he's still a young second year in the NFL. I don't know if last year was a rookie if he recorded his progressions like he did on that touchdown.
I think you're right about now. We're seeing it right
3 yards to pick up first. And pick it up through the air. Now Brown, he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as one, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to change the field position for your rookie season is a continuation of your college. It's a lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he sets up the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to the center. Forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Time to try to slow down this offense. It has not worked to this point.
You have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being a ring damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the bell 3 times for passing touchdowns, but guess what? The ground game has not been neglected. That's the first right there. And just speak to how well they're doing for this offensive line. And they know that they can shut down. They can run through this thing and save. And it's something to make patient way to do it. Then accelerate it. Double it. Because now, as he has to start setting, they can't go out there and run it out. It's going to run out for a long time.
Defense with 3 over against the push for the inside. Raiders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical as one would wish it. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted. The amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And the Raiders are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The CD, I know. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh?
Aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because we had over big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play. It's done here, because I need to figure out
what on that ball.
Yeah, on the ball, on the guys carrying the ball, what's going on, back-to-back drives, back-to-back fumbles. That just doesn't make
him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball. Touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well. Exactly as they drew it up the blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They call that a loss of 6 yards, and it's third down now. consequences in this game, no doubt. Third down, Cancun slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. Drive, and I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be find pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. And this will stay at a 7-point game. Deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be marked down, Raiders. A great play there. His 4th touchdown. No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
Them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done
now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable, and there's 2 schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with care. He just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
They pick up 14.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, their partner, running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And the Raiders have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. Power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Yards away, and the Raiders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. When you talk coverage, lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants him to finish this.
On the scoreboard here, give him credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle.
And they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run.
And the Raiders are poised to move to 8-0 as they extend their lead even further. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding.
Up and set in a hurry. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. And now they're in the hurry up. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
Well, this was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute both. Yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far on this drive. On the roster and the guys who are serious about being.
And he's in. Paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
Yeah, they held them to just 7 points, and if you rewatch the game,
partner, the league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them.
Drives 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Jayon Brown. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. That's now many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. Touchdown lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this 1st quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call. Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Taylor will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
And so this game is crucial. That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace, and they're taking advantage of it.
Brandon Bolden in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Raiders will extend their lead here just before halftime.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen.
It's there, but they do convert on fourth.
Not only is the slant route really difficult to cover, it's a real staple play for an offense on a fourth down. Because
down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being wild, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
Down of the season, and the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Have the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it?
Another week. Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great
game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of...
A loss of 4.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to have the short field here as they'll tell. We're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive...
Partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
He couldn't get away, and that'll make it 2nd down. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season.